We are live. And welcome once again to another edition of Violent Wrestling Podcast. I'm your one of your co-hosts, Ambrose Alley, with my cohort in crime.
Mox, as always, happy.
And this is sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say this is the July 4th fireworks edition, and we're pretty much just going to just take it easy and chat and talk about whatever comes to mind.
This will be the most random, like any topic that comes up, comes up. Happy 4th of July, everybody. This is just let's specify happy 4th of July to the American audience because we might be going Titus worldwide anytime. So 4th of July in America, holiday, and we're just gonna talk.
And just talk and random. It may be about wrestling, it may not, it may be about our dogs. Who knows what it could be about?
I'm if I was a betting man, I would say you're going to hear something about me and dogs sometime in this conversation. Just, just a hunch. You're going to hear something about me and my three dogs. Just, if not, at least take the line of at least hear one of my dogs. I would take that safe bet.
Well, I only bet on a sure thing.
Well, bet on this because it's going to happen.
I'm glad I only have one dog to worry about.
Yeah. Love my three dogs to death, but three's a bit much. So how's your fourth been?
My fourth, it's been pretty relaxing. I still have to get out and mow the lawn. It was pretty relaxing. I was on Twitch most of the day. Just
Twitch,
chatting away.
You introduced me to Twitch, and I'm really liking it. I haven't been on it much, but it's something different. What have you been doing on Twitch?
Oh, me, I've just pretty much been following the channels that I subscribe to, which has been Vince Russo's podcast and also been Rocky Mountain Pro podcast. I tell you something about Vince. If you can get past him saying bro all the time, because it does get irritating after a while, he's actually a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, and you have to know that he does the bro now, and just like he just does it just to do it. I'm assuming, and might be completely wrong, but I'm assuming he does it because that's what everybody parodies him. Bro. Like you have to say like bro 5 times in a sentence if you're gonna do a Vince Russo impersonation. So he's just doing it like to do it.
Yeah, but he's a really cool guy.
I've always thought so. There's been some things here and there that I won't say like he's been a jerk about, but some things. But I don't see anything that like, ooh, not that guy.
Yeah, almost everyone's been a jerk about something sometime in their
Not,
life.
not you, not ever.
Oh, yeah. But on Twitch, like with Rocky Mountain Pro, they'll sometimes do it just to play a video game, and you'll see them trying. You'll hear. It's funny to hear them cussing out a video game that they're trying to win at.
Oh, yeah, that's gotta be. Thankfully, I don't have like a camera set up in my house, me playing a video game, because that is definitely not PG.
Oh, there's definitely is. Sometimes it definitely isn't PG. but it's entertaining to watch because for someone who doesn't play video games, which is like me, I get to see these games that they play. And so to hear them and watch it, it's really entertaining for me.
Offhand, do you remember what games you saw today they were playing?
They were playing Mega Man.
Oh, on the NES Classic.
I'm not sure what they were playing it on. I just know it was Mega Man, and they were having fun with it.
Mega Man was my. I'm no Superman, but Mega Man was my kryptonite. Screw that game. Screw everything about that game.
That's pretty much what they said most of the time.
God, I hated that game.
So that's pretty much what it was about. And they're already starting people are already starting to shoot off fireworks now, and it's not even dark.
Oh yeah, they started that. For those that don't know, I'm 1 hour ahead of AA's time zone. They started that here about 4 o'clock. Like, good. Well, actually, they started it back in June, like June 30th. I guess was Saturday. Fireworks going off. Like, dude, it's not even July yet. But today, 4 o'clock, like, pow, 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 pow. Like, damn, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What are we doing? I'm hoping they got it out of the way so they don't.
What, do it late at night?
Yeah, keep me and my dogs and everybody up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, what it is fireworks piss Cassie off to where she's barking and growling at them.
Oh yeah, my a dog I used to have, Angel. Oh, she would just go like she wouldn't jump through the window and make it stop. It was fireworks and thunder were her set offs. And
Well,
my little dogs, Buster and Elmo, they just run and hide. Shadow, he does like Angel. They're the same breed. He does like Angel did, and he wants to attack. Like I hear a loud noise, I must protect.
yeah. I mean, Cassie's not scared of fireworks. She's not scared of thunder. But she just does not like she growls and barks. So if she starts doing that and you hear me shutting her up, that's why.
Dogs, gotta love dogs.
Yes, you do.
We won't even get into the dog versus cat debate. I love both. I just
You're
and
more
I'm
of a
not
dog
big-
person.
Well, kind of. I just can never, and I'm not gonna get all in depth about it. I just can't ever have a cat again, and we'll leave it at that. But dogs are, I don't know. See, that's a weird thing. Like my last cat, Thomas, like he was my buddy. Like anywhere I went, anything I did, he was there. I sit down, he's in my lap. We'd do like the neck pillow thing, like on an airplane. Like it was so special that he won't be, he's irreplaceable, and I'm not even gonna try. So I like both.
Yeah,
I'm an
I like both, but I'm just more of a dog person.
What about them chinchillas?
Well, I love my chinchillas too.
How are they getting along?
Oh, they're getting along. Cassie pretty much ignores them 98% of the time. The only time she gets active around them is if I'm down there feeding them or cleaning out the cage.
I never knew you had to give chinchillas a dust bath.
Yes, you have to give them at least a dust bath once a week.
Like, wow. Like, and you explained to me why and stuff. I just mentally like, isn't that like defeating the purpose of a bat? If you're rolling around in dirt, like,
It's not dirt. It's a volcanic ash.
well, but you see what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute,
Yeah, but it helps
like,
keep their coat perfect and in that fine, pristine condition. If they don't get it regularly, then their coat starts getting matty and
right?
they start
I
looking
just
mangy.
completely ignorant to the chinchilla game of how you take care of them till the first time you said, "I've got to give them a dust bath." Like, what? You're wait, they're dirty, so you're gonna put them in dust. Like,
Speaking of which, I got to do that tomorrow. It's dust bath
uh-oh,
day tomorrow.
is that gonna be before or after the mower of lawn?
Probably after, because I'll probably have them have their dust bath while I go take a shower.
Do they do it themselves? Or see, again, the ignorant. Like, I've never had a chinchilla. Like, you just set them in the
Well, you
ash and they roll around in it, or do you have to physically?
oh they know you put the dishes in. I have to use two because I've got two chinchillas. So you have the chinchilla dust in the dish and you set it in the cage, and then they do it themselves. They know automatically.
Oh, that's pretty neat. I will never not chew that, but that's anytime somebody brings up dust, I'm gonna chew.
Well, I have sneezed like crazy after they've had their dust baths.
And you just leave them like that, or do
For
you like
I leave it.
rinse it off?
Nope. You just leave it like that. You give them 10 to 15 minutes, or they pretty much when they're done, then I'll take the dishes out and they'll go on their merry way.
Huh? Learn something new every day.
All the fun of taking care of chinchillas. Cassie gets to go to the groomers Friday morning,
Fun stuff.
which is good because she's been playing in the mud.
Prissy girl.
Yeah, she's really a prima donna.
Tell you what.
Oh, itchy nose. Excuse me a minute,
Uh,
folks. I got to itch the nose.
I'll talk to myself for a second.
Okay, it itched. I itched the nose.
Oh, I literally talked to myself for a second. See how that worked out? Worked out perfectly. So, wrestling related, you're getting really big into RMP.
Yeah, I'm getting really into Rocky Mountain Pro Wrestling. I said it's an independent. It's, as I say, it's local. For me, it's I consider local, even if I do have to travel to Colorado.
Like close enough, kind of something to go see. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like I shouldn't have tried to. Like it's there. Not him, and I'm just gonna. Everything I try to correct, I'm just gonna make it worse, and I don't intend to.
Hey, we know what you're getting at. I mean,
You're having. Go
yeah,
ahead.
other events take place within an hour and a half to 3 hours drive for me, so it's no big deal.
You're having something to look forward to in the area to go see live and keep up with and learn characters and that kind of thing.
Oh, much, very much. Plus, I'm learning. I have my favorites now. I mean, I've only been a couple of times, but I have my set favorites.
Or your set favorites.
Well, is Filter for one, the Left Coast Gorillas, which consist of Hoodie and Anaya, and Curtis Cole. I love watching those guys in the ring. They even have a couple luchadors. So we get some lucha action now and then.
Wasn't one of the people from Rocky Mountain Pro on 205 last night?
Yeah. He was.
Jason.
It was Jason, and he was going up against Tagawa. He was in the hot pink tights. He was Filter's fourth match. He's a friend of Filter's, by the way.
Nice.
And then, of course, Matt Yaden, he did guest spots and stuff for when WWE came to Denver.
Is Jason, and again, sorry, Jason's a regular Rocky Mountain Pro wrestler that was on 205 with Arcara last night?
No. He's like the Regal Twins and some of the others. He'll go from promotion to promotion.
Okay.
Dead air.
No, I'm just I mean know nothing about anything. I'm trying to learn through you, with you, of how, where people are, what they're doing, and it's Jason, Jaysin, and like AA said, the dude in the hot pink
tights
that faced the Kurt Tozawa last night has been in Rocky Mountain Pro. That's pretty cool. That's a exposure. And
yeah, it was interesting to find out. I haven't watched 205 live, so I'm going to watch it later tonight, and I'm specifically going to look for that match.
This is where, like any exposure of the saying, isn't what I'm about to say, but any exposure is good exposure. Like that has to elevate Jason some. Like he was on WWE programming.
Oh yeah, and he'll help him going from promotion to promotion.
Yeah, and not only does that elevate Jason, that would also elevate, Filter and other people he faces in RMP. Like the trickle down effect, if you will, like that.
Oh yeah,
Exposure is exposure.
Exposure and experience.
Exactly.
I mean, getting to work in front of a bigger crowd.
I mean, there's, you can do so much, but there's things that you can't teach, that just has to happen to get that kind of understanding, that, knowledge moving forward of, oh, this is how this works, this is how that works. That's pretty cool.
I thought it was when I found that out. That was pretty cool.
And I know, and everybody's told me I haven't watched 205 live yet either, and everybody's like, "Dude, watch it, watch it, watch it. You have to, you have to, you have to."
Yeah, I heard
Uh,
it was a great show.
and that's been for a while now, but specifically last night's, it just and a lot of it is on the who would have thought Buddy Murphy would have broke out in the way he's broken out like that. That's
That's incredible.
yeah. And how to word it. And again, I haven't watched the Mustafa Ali Buddy Murphy match, but apparently it's really really great. I would have thought when he was in NXT, like you could see it was there to a degree, but not like putting on what he's doing in 205 Live, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does actually. But then we finish each other's sentences as sentences is
Uh oh.
wine's kicking in.
I was just about to ask, and I wasn't sure if I should because I didn't want to be disrespectful, but I was, 4th of July, how much wine have we had, AA?
We're down 2 glasses now.
Uh oh. Ooh, ooh. But I
Going for
just
the
think,
third.
uh oh, don't stop now. Uh, but he was never, I mean, no disrespect. Something clicked somewhere along the way between, between. So,
How many beers?
um, I lost count a long time ago. Between him being with the BAMF, that then with Alexa and like something, and I don't know what, something changed. Whether he's always had that and just wasn't showcased because he wasn't single, in single matches, something clicked with him. That good lord. And again, this is without me watching last night's match. This is just what I've seen. Like, dude is legit really good.
Well, a lot of them, some work better single, some work better tag. You just have to find your niche.
Yeah. And he's definitely done that. He's found his niche.
It's like I
He's
think
found,
Drew McIntyre, he needs to get away from Dolph Ziggler.
oh, please, dear God.
Because Drew, he's got the character now, everything that he needs to get away from Dolph before Dolph drags him down with him.
Not hating on Dolph that much, even though I like Dolph. Well, let me do that in past tense. I liked Dolph, but this Dolph, it could be its own podcast. If you're listening, Dolph, love you, but they could have done so much more with Dolph, and he, and I think that's what they're trying to do. And if you hear dogs whining in the background, I'm so sorry. Uh, is to it's working so far, but it can only go so far. Dolph with Drew. Drew needs to be on his own, like the second week they came out together. Drew's the star.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's so much from the first time he was in WWE till now, he has improved and grown so much. He has a character that you can get behind. He's got a character
Drew
you love to hate.
Drew now is the chosen one they wanted him to be with the past Drew when he wasn't quite
Yeah.
ready for it yet. This is the Drew they wanted years ago, and they. Will you get off of me? Thank you. Sorry, talking to dogs. This is the Drew they wanted then, and it took him leaving WWE, going to Drew Galloway, honing his craft, coming back. That this is the Drew we've always. I say we like I run shit.
Well, you and me.
That's the potential they saw in him a few years ago. They saw the potential. He just didn't quite. Things didn't mesh or something. Now, give that man the rock and boost him. This is the Drew that y'all wanted a few years ago. But just get him away from Dolph. No offense to Dolph. I don't mean it like that. I mean, out of any tag team, let Drew be single. A singles run, a single hill, single. The stars are aligned. Keep them aligned. Don't screw it up.
Yeah, I mean, this is Drew. He's a good heel.
Yeah.
And he's got the size and the skill to back it up.
And the look. Size,
Oh, and he
skill,
definitely
look.
has the look.
The three, aren't those the three most important things? Size, skill, look. And it can cut a promo. Like the people might not like his promo because quote unquote accents, but he overall he's got it. Like it's right there.
Dolph should switch and become his manager. Because you got to admit, Dolph can cut a promo.
And when he wants to.
When he wants to.
Good Lord, it sounds like I'm just shitting all over Dolph. No,
I like Dolph. I really do. It's just they keep changing his character too much that you're not sure what you're going to get from week to week.
It's not that I don't like Dolph. It's what Dolph are we going to get? Not to his detriment or not to his fault, but to what Dolph, like you said, what Dolph are we going to get?
They have misused Dolph.
Oh, big time. And I'm not sure why or how or who somewhere said like ride this or do that kind of, but he has been underutilized so much for so long that I don't want to say no longer caring, but damn, we've been down this road how many times?
Right.
I just and then like everybody else, and I have to mention the greatest part about this match is my favorite of all time. Sting making his WWE debut, and I will fight you over that. Dolph with Soul Survivor. How much bigger of a wave do you need to ride than that happening? And the crowd not only being like, holy shit, Sting is here, but they were also invested in, holy
And
shit, Dolph
Dolph
with the Soul,
survived.
yeah, Soul Survivor.
Yep, I
And
was there.
then, I know, St.
Mhm.
Louis. I know, and I will never forgive you.
I mean, you just could feel it in the crowd when Dolph being the sole survivor and Sting coming out. You could just feel it in the crowd, the
It,
excitement and everything that was going on.
it was, everything was right there for something. I'm not saying like the biggest push in the world and biggest like win every champion, but something. And they legit did squat. They did not capitalize on that. In fact, they went the opposite way with the firing, and that just killed all the momentum, all the heat, the face heat, heel heat, like everything that was built up, and just
If they hadn't killed it, Dolph would have been the biggest baby face around.
and I get a lot of the complaints about the writing stuff. I don't agree with a lot of it, with the complaints per se. Yeah, but that was one messed up. Like it was right there for the taking, and
Dead air.
not dead air thinking time. We'll start calling it thinking time.
Okay,
And they
thinking
they
time.
just they they squandered it. Like it. Like, okay, you want Roman to win 2015 Royal Rumble? Fine, so be it. That's the direction you want to go. Cool. Give Dolph something to do. And this isn't a slam against Roman at all. Like I just, or I said Roman. Um, shoot, Batista. Right?
Losing your train of thought?
Yeah. Sorry, dog's moving around. Batista won 14 or 15.
14.
Okay, so 15 Roman won.
Yeah, and the reason I could remember that is because he was part of Evolution facing the Shield, and then the night that he walked out, Batista left, is when the chair shot heard around the world came. That's how I can remember.
And that anniversary is coming up.
That anniversary already passed.
I was taking a drink of a beer. Thank you very much. I said just passed. I was gonna take a drink and then say it just passed June 14th. Or, yeah, something like that. Come on now, this is our Fourth of July. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I mean, as I said, I'm on my third glass of wine.
At least you're not on your fourth yet, because that would have been pretty quick. But and no fault to Roman, like none of that. That's not what I'm. But there was still such a a story there that could have been told. So as far as Dolph is related, like from Survivor Series of 14, Soul Survivor, Sting, and I, I don't know. I just don't. Everybody was behind Dolph, and then now you're seeing like why does Dolph matter and stuff like that in articles. Yeah,
Well, I think a lot of what went against Dolph a lot was when he just left the United States Championship in the ring.
yeah. See, that makes now they're just compounding the problem. You went from leaving, like literally leaving the U.S. Championship in the ring, saying you don't care, and then you come back and want to fight for the IC title. Like what the heck? I'm not a WWE apologist by any means, but I'm also not a WWE hater. But that made no, like, Dolph doesn't care. He's championship. He's a champion. Literally leaves it in the ring, says he doesn't care, walks away, comes back a month later and to the Royal Rumble, and then cares that he wants the Intercontinental Championship.
And they let him win it.
Yeah, how does that work? Like I nitpick, and this isn't even really nitpicking. If you want to get me into nitpicking, this pod will be a lot longer. Just the visualization of I don't care about this. You know, this is he was basically saying this isn't a world championship. This is just the United States Championship. Who cares about this? And then to be so over the top, kind of like, but I want that Intercontinental Championship. Both mid card titles. I got like now I care. It just doesn't. And I think there's a lot of booking has ruined this person or has done bad by this person. Dolph fits the mold of any of those kind of discussions. Could have been, should have been, booking, writing.
It's just that they screwed up a good talent that they have in Dolph.
And then you get reports of, and I know the reports and rumors. Oh, he signed, extension, big money, big money. That's a whole different topic. And then you get other reports like, no, he hasn't resigned anything yet. I keep up with other reports, quote unquote reports, rumors, quote unquote. I don't think, and I'm just going to be honest, few outside of the circle of the people involved know what's really going on.
Yeah.
For instance, it's like every day, current time, Daniel Bryan. Contract up September. He hasn't resigned. I don't think anybody knows that.
They're not sure. Yeah, that's between him, his attorneys, and WWE.
Yes. And they would keep that under wraps. uh, more so, there's specific leaks, and then there's don't say a word. Two different things. I don't care who you are. I don't care, and I'm not going to name drop anybody. I don't care who you are. Vince and Daniel can have an agreement and a contract signed, and nobody know about it.
That's true.
I don't care who you are. Bree might, and the very most inner circle might, but these insiders, they, and I love some of them, loathe a lot of them. If they don't want you to know, they can do that without you knowing, even as a publicly traded company. They can do that.
That's true.
So I'm not sure if he has resigned or not. Just be honest. I don't, not trying to get on like a soapbox or anything, but will you guys stop? Sorry, dogs. I have a 3 pound Jack Russell Terrier having a 75 pound golden retriever bowing down and running for his life. Shadow, stop. Elmo, stop. Elmo. Sorry, and I said I wouldn't be talking to the dogs. But here we are. I don't. And I'm not all, I only take it as true if at WWE on Twitter reports it. But I also know how business works. If that makes sense at all.
It makes sense. Well, at least it makes sense to me. I'm sure it makes sense to others too.
Because that's a storyline within itself. Has he signed? Has he not signed? Why would you give away the fact that Daniel has resigned, or this? For one, that doesn't come out, even when it quote unquote reports do come out. It's a guesstimate of years and money and stuff. It's not like the NBA or NFL, so and so signed for 3 years for $54 million. I get to, unless somebody in that small, little bitty weenie circle comes out and says, I signed a 3 year deal. Hell, they don't even know how long Ronda. Is it 1 year? Is it 3 year? Nobody knows for a fact how much Brock, what he's making. Nobody knows that stuff except for those that need to know.
Yeah, we just know that Brock's making a lot of money.
Yes. And that's the only thing left in WWE kayfabe is contracts. Length, money, merch percentage, that kind of stuff is the only kayfabe. And I say kayfabe as far as we don't know. We don't know. There's speculation, there's rumors. Anyway, sorry, I got off on a little. But it wouldn't surprise me if Daniel's already resigned. And it's just not public knowledge.
Yeah.
We've gone way
Hey,
off.
and everyone, we have a special guest with us, Metal Matt.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. I have my screen on. Matt.
Hey.
Yo. Hold on. Let me make sure this is legit. Let's see what this is about. Sure enough. Looky there. Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, same to you, man.
So
We're
how
just
long
talking about random things.
Yeah, we're 4th of July fireworks. Whatever comes to mind explodes.
Yeah, I popped a few fireworks earlier.
What kind of fireworks?
I don't know exactly what the name is. It's like those long red ones, and you like whatever those are called.
Better not have been Roman candles. Inside joke that nobody will get except for the three of us. I got shot in the face by a Roman candle. And a fictional story.
In the Nightly, written by the one, the only Crash Bandit.
Crash Bandit 450. Yes, sir.
Go back, read some of the past script, and you'll see the Roman candle and Mox have an interesting meeting.
And I'll just go ahead and spoiler some of it. My son shot me in the face with a freaking Roman candle. So now we don't do fireworks anymore. And apparently I hate 4th of July. You may I don't want to say that on a live podcast. So, cookies.
I haven't made them yet. I was going to make them right now, actually. But
Will you shut up? I know fireworks are going on all around. I told you, AA. He's got to protect. Shut. Sorry, guys. Shadow. It's
Oh,
okay, I
it's
promise.
not too bad. We can put up with it.
Shadow, calm down. He is going ape crap.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes. Lie down, dude. Hey, we can't do this. We can't. Shadow, can't do this. So we're talking. I don't know exactly when you came on. We were in the towards the end of talking about Dolph and how well it started with Drew McIntyre and then Drew with Dolph and then how much you go from. Sorry for talking so slow. Shadow. How you can go from height of popularity with the crowd to not so much in such a short time. We're talking about, Survivor Series
it's
2,
because it's because they never really gave him a fair chance with it. I don't think because they would always go like start and stop booking with him. So I think after a certain point, the audience just kind of stopped caring.
Yeah, that's kind of what we said. Like Survivor Series 2014. I mean, that was the peak. Peak like pushed off, Dolph, and then they didn't. And this. Sorry to do this to you. Do you see any relation of that time frame versus what they've done to Becky?
A little bit. The fan. the huge difference is that like both Dolph and Becky have they haven't been really booked well. It does seem like they just don't know what to do with them. But the difference is that the difference is that Becky is still over with the crowd, whereas
Well, yes.
nobody cares about Dolph anymore at this point. And another thing is that Becky still seems like she's invested in what she's doing, whereas Dolph stopped caring a long time ago.
Yeah, I get that point. Of Becky's still over, but
Yeah.
will you guys please stop? The booking's not parallel per se, but the rise and out. People use this term and rightfully so. The rise and fall, rise and fall. All the rises and falls of Becky. Becky's still over. The rise and
Yeah.
falls of Dolph. Like there's so much apathy now towards Dolph. I will mute my mic for a second and let you two guys talk.
Poor Mox. I'm glad I just have to deal with one.
Cassie the Wonder Dog.
Yeah, Cassie the Wonder Dog. But one thing I really like Drew's character now.
I think his character is fine. I do think that he does work better as a heel. I'm not a huge fan of the Dolph Drew pairing. I just felt like they could have done a lot better with that. Like, I'd rather see Drew on his own rather than with Dolph Ziggler. I mean, I'm guessing the plan is that McIntyre ends up winning the Intercontinental title from Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam or something like that. But I don't know. I just feel like they could have done a bit better with that. And it's kind of weird because Drew McIntyre's whole thing why he's with Dolph Ziggler is that he sees a lack of drive in the locker room. So he decides to align himself with Dolph Ziggler, who couldn't possibly give less of a crap about what about his chosen profession since God knows how long.
Yeah. It's I mean, I would love to see Drew on his own. He's got the character, he can do it now.
And I think that will happen soon. I think after SummerSlam, I think that will happen.
Oh, I hope so. Because I've always liked Drew, even when he was the chosen one. Even during 3MB. He could have done a lot better, but I've always liked Drew.
I've always liked him to an extent. I wasn't that crazy about him when he was the chosen one, but I did feel like he had potential, but for whatever reason it just never worked out for him at that point in time. But I think now he has a much better look. I think the beard, he's a lot more jacked up. His hair is like a bit longer. It's he's a brunette now, or he has black hair rather than brown hair or blonde hair or whatever. And I think his look is a lot better now. I think he's a lot better of a wrestler now. So I think he definitely has more potential now. I think he does have the potential to be a superstar now. I think he's doing a lot better now than he was back when he first debuted.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see him have a run with the belt. I think he could do a lot with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Dolph Ziggler as Intercontinental Champion. Man, you gotta love these WWE episodes from 2013. I mean, first Dolph Ziggler as Intercontinental Champion. Now Team Hell No is back together. Man, you gotta love these retro episodes.
Oh yeah, it's cut and paste to quote someone. I won't say who, but I'm quoting someone on the cut and paste.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. I mean, I just feel like there could be a better Intercontinental title thing. Like I would much rather have someone like Finn Balor in the Intercontinental title scene instead he's feuding with TGI Fridays Constable Corbin.
Hey, I never heard of TGI Fridays, Constable Corbin. That's pretty good.
I mean, that's what Balor always says. Like, like he's always wearing like a TGI Fridays vest.
Well, I like it. I do.
I mean, I like TGI Fridays also. So
Oh,
it
they got
doesn't
some
really
great
bother me.
potato skins. I love their potato skins.
Yeah, I tend to eat their frozen chicken bites and sliders because we don't have a TGI Fridays in my town, so it's the closest I'll ever get to having TGI Fridays.
The closest I know of a TGIF would be in Denver. Maybe I know about the one in Colorado Springs. But I'm not going to drive no 3 hours just for TGIFs.
Yeah, I hear you there. I mean, it's good, but I don't know if it's worth driving 3 hours for, or for me, 12 hours.
Now I'll drive 2 hours to Joe's Crab Shack, mainly so I can get the shark bite drink, which is awesome.
Yeah, I haven't had that in a long time.
Poor me would just sail around the world for some damn Burger King, which I got last night. Yes, sir.
Nice.
I
I
didn't
mean,
get
I'm
what
not going to stop torturing you over it, but it
Yes,
is nice that you finally got some.
but hey, we got some Burger King. You have to finish that sentence. But yeah, I'm just out of not to go into detail or anything, but wife happened to be somewhere and Burger King was on the way and brought some home and
Gotta go outside.
good Lord, Burger King, Burger King.
I'll be right back, folks. I got to take the dog out or let the dog out.
Who let the dog out? Who?
Woof, woof.
Woof, 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 woof.
Yeah, I agree with your analysis on Dolph and especially Drew. Like it kind of makes sense time being for Drew because Dolph already had the hill thing kind of going. Okay, so we're gonna introduce him this way. Let's get him the hill heat, if you will. But they need to cut that off pretty quick with keeping Drew a hill.
Yeah.
The street dog is back.
Ooh, ooh.
Aroo.
And actually, who left the dogs out is my ringtone on my phone.
We would expect nothing less.
I
Drew-
was expecting Dean Ambrose's name, to be honest.
I had that for a while too, and then I switched to the who let the dogs out.
She doesn't want to be reminded every day.
that he's not. He's not. He's still
Don't
not
don't
there.
you cry. Don't
Wah!
don't cry for me, Argentine.
Uh,
He'll be back soon enough. And this is the most anticipated in a long time return. Please don't F it up. Please don't F his return up.
Or are you telling me you're not excited for Jason Jordan to return?
Who?
but
Uh,
yes, it's his return is going to be, even if they screw it up, it's still going to go over because his fans want him back so badly.
oh yeah, I agree with that, but I can also see. Don't do anything stupid, please. Don't. We don't need a second chair shot heard around the world kind of return. Uh, sorry, like you, obviously, don't mess it up. This is one thing where I can see other people's perspective of, well, they messed this up or they ruined this. I don't. I actually get Rollins coming back, and getting the big face pump, and then cutting the promo, and no, I'm still a heel. He left as a heel. He left as a bad guy. It's not the pop that matters here, because Dean's going to blow the damn roof off the building. It's the story you tell after the initial pop. Just don't mess it up.
well, there was really no reason to really have Seth still be a heel. Because Triple H left as a heel in 2000. He still came back as a face in 2002.
Well, yeah. But Seth left as like the most hated man in WWE.
Triple H was a top heel when he left.
Well, yeah, but kind of different times. Trust me, I marked for H coming back as face. But I didn't think, and I'm glad they didn't. Just at that moment, looking back, like Seth should have come back as a heel. That was right in my mind, in my viewing of it. Like he was despised. I mean, just like Triple H, heading into the ruthless aggression era. But I like I get a loud, thunderous, I'm a face pop, and then just shitting all over the crowd. And nope, I'm still a heel. I kind of like that. How they did that. Now, what they did after that, debatable.
And we know who knows all about the ruthless aggression era happens to be with us.
Yeah.
Who would that? Who? Who?
Who?
That would be me.
What do you mean? You don't have a podcast or anything on Fridays at like 8 Eastern, 7 Central that talks about this stuff, do you?
Yep. I do have a podcast of that nature. As a matter of fact, I just finished watching all the Raws and Smackdowns before WrestleMania 19.
As we say in the South, bless your heart.
Bless your whittle bitty heart.
I mean, for God's sake, network, like I get why you did it, but why did you butcher the Rock concert? Why?
Oh Lord. The sing along.
Pretty much like they take out like every time the Rock sings and plays guitar. So it's like the Rock's little like interactions with the crowd throughout songs, and then Stone Cold smashing Rock's guitar. Like that's it. That's all that's left.
Do you have like any maybe couple, three special guests for this next podcast you're doing about WrestleMania 19?
Yeah, I do, and two of them are right here.
Oh, see, somebody can take that the wrong way.
Yeah, Mox and Ambrose Alley are going to be on the show Friday, as well as One Winged Angel. We're going to be talking about both WrestleMania 19 and WWE Crush Hour, the video game. So that'll be a really fun episode to do.
Okay, Cassie's off barking at the people on the fireworks.
That's if I hear.
Yeah, my dog's barking right now.
Last time your dog barked, we don't want to talk about what happened.
Little inside joke there, folks.
Yes. I was surprised neither one of you all brought up that my dogs have been kind of quiet since I muted my mic.
I think I figured out Shadow. He'd come back from his grave barking.
Oh, he Hellraiser. Is that Cassie or is that Metal Matt's dog?
I think that's mine.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Cassie's not barking right now.
Okay. Thankfully, ours, and before we went live, or maybe right when we went live, like, I don't have neighbors. I'm like literally in the middle of nowhere, but the one neighbor I do have, they did theirs at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that got out of the way. Until every once in a while, I guess that's where the show is, or when the big ones go off, that the dogs get to bark, and thankfully they have kids and grandkids and whatnot, and they came over earlier. Thankfully, they're not doing anything.
So you live in the middle of nowhere?
Yes, obviously.
Do you happen to have a dog named Courage by any chance?
No, well, I kind of wanted to name Shadow Curdly the cowardly dog, but that didn't suit him.
I would encourage to cover a dog magnet, actually.
But if you look at their land in that cartoon, that's kind of like my setup. We told you from the get-go, guys, that anything goes. It's 4th of July. Our very first podcast was on New Year's Eve, and everything was talked about. So we're all over the place. Yay.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't follow that up with Queen. Come on now. And just one time I want Matt Hardy to do the yes, Queen. Just, just, to, just to do it.
Yeah, Queen.
See, Matt gets it.
Well, Matt can do it. I can't.
Try. I did it. Matt tried. Try. It's 4th of
Nope.
July.
Nope, I'm not drunk enough.
Well, we know what we gotta do now.
Right? Drink, 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 drink.
Chug, 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 chug.
Come on. Nobody's listening. It's just the three of us.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh. It's just that who's going to be listening after we go off air?
That's after. That, see. Shucks. I mean, I'm using words like shucks. Come on now. See, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was
Nice.
terrible.
No, it wasn't.
Too hard on yourself. That's my gimmick. You can't. You're stealing my gimmick.
What? I didn't know that was your gimmick alone.
Being too hard on myself? Yeah, that's. You'll get a cease and desist order probably in about 5 minutes.
Well, I'll just simply say that Cassie ate it.
Oh, we're pulling that card.
My dog ate it.
Uh-huh. So, Matt, if people aren't familiar with Little Matt and Becky, I'm trying to not put this the wrong way.
It's going
Matt
to come
loves-
out the wrong way.
I know, because that's what I do. Yeah. Matt loves Becky Lynch and Matt loves that Iconics, which so do I. Both. Where do you see that going, given the last couple of weeks of SmackDown and the interactions?
Well, it's obvious that they have no clue what to do with the Iconics. They have no clue at all. Like, people say that the Iconics aren't over on the main roster. Well, the thing is, they're never on SmackDown, and when they
were never given a chance to be over.
No, they weren't. Like, the first night that they debuted, that was great. That was great.
Yes.
But after that, they have zero clue what to do with them. People say that the Iconics aren't over, but they're never on SmackDown. And when they are on SmackDown, they lose. Gee, I wonder why they're not over. I just wonder why they're not over. Like, give them a chance. Give them a chance to be SmackDown's top heels in the women's division.
How do you go from the introduction being, I didn't mean to over talk you, sorry. Go ahead.
That's fine. That was done.
How do you go from your introduction being, we're going to beat the crap out of Charlotte, Carmella cashes in, to a couple months later, here you are? How do you go from this, like, oh, we're here kind of thing, to think we're still here?
It's the classic creative has nothing for you.
Yes.
That's what it is.
and it happens. And I'm not trying to get on, not bandwagon, but that spectrum of, oh, shoot. See, I told you I could watch my language a little bit, but shoot, the like here's a big introduction, and there it goes. Like they made a name for themselves right then and there. You know, like we're gonna whoop Charlotte. Carmella cashes in. Some of that quote unquote heat should have gone to the Iconics. And I'm sorry, I can't call them the Iconics. The Iconic duo. And it did not, based on what happened afterwards, there's pretty much nothing there. I love them. You know I do.
Yeah, same here. And they are not Harpies, Taker's minion. They are not.
Actually, harpies are not known for the screeching. That's banshees.
Yeah, that's
Uh-oh.
right.
Uh-oh. Lessons. Take lessons. AA coming with the knowledge.
No, AA's just played a lot of D&D when she was younger.
And my dogs are getting. All three of them are male, just so you guys.
I mean, has nobody listened to Broke His Helm, Cry of the Banshee? Come on.
But and it's very frustrating, not just for the ones I like or am a fan of. It's frustrating sometimes all around. Sometimes they get it right. A lot of times, sometimes they don't. And when they don't get it right, it's like they really don't get it right.
Yeah, like it can be very frustrating. Like I'm at least taking solace in the fact that they finally are booking Becky Lynch correctly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like at least it might be at the expense of Peyton and the Iconics, because to me,
yeah,
you know my view on Peyton and Billy. It might be at the expense at the moment towards the Iconics, the Iconic duo. But at least there's some kind of, okay, at least Becky's getting wins. At least Becky's not looking dumb.
Yeah, I mean, they are booking her right for a change. Where it leads to a SummerSlam title match against Carmella or Asuka, probably Carmella, or where it leads to her dumb 4 horsewomen feud that nobody wants to see. I don't know. Maybe it could lead to both. I don't know, but I'm hopeful that it'll lead to something, because that is a problem that they've had with Becky, is that they don't necessarily book her badly for the most part. It's more so just a sense of they have no clue what to do with her. Like they'll give her a few wins every once in a while, then they'll just stop using her. You know, it's a stop and start thing that they would do with Dolph. But now it seems like they finally have some kind of direction for Becky, and hopefully it'll pay off.
I think since the latest split, I mean, it was already going on, but since the latest split, Becky's biggest problem was Charlotte coming to SmackDown as a face.
Yeah, as a face. Yeah, I think they easily could have done SummerSlam or WrestleMania, heel Charlotte versus face Becky. Becky finally defeating the person that betrayed her all those years ago. That could have been great. That could have been great. Guess what they did
And-
instead? SmackDown after WrestleMania, Carmella wins the title and eliminates pretty much whatever rub Asuka gave Charlotte at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's something that I won't go in depth with ruining Oscar's streak. Oscar's streak was ruined well before that because they made it such a to do. But the whole and I guess I'm coming around to Charlotte. I still think she's not close to the top of the four horsewomen. And yeah, I said it, and you can have me all you want. I don't care. But Charlotte as a face, with Becky as a face, but not together, just doesn't work. Charlotte as a face, shit, it's July 4th. It's not midnight yet. Charlotte as a face does not work
No, it doesn't.
at all. Like it just doesn't. Okay, she's got a moonsault. I've come around to like, okay, she's getting better in the ring. It's a long way from where I was a few years ago. Like she's a shit in the ring. She's not shit in the ring, but she's not. She's the hardest one, women, men, any division. She's the hardest one for me to like. One is it, as far as I'm viewing it, not like me putting like you should feel this. She's the hardest one to project or to think like how does this character that they've been portraying for all this time, how does that work?
Yeah, she doesn't work as a face, and a lot of the reason because of that is that they just turned her face like out of nowhere. It didn't make any sense. Like she was,
And you'll get rebuttals of, well, Rick had bad health, but storyline wise you can say Rick had bad health, but in the story,
well, even before Rick's health scare, they still turned her face.
right, but I'm saying like the ultimate,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, words fail me. I think I've said that in every podcast. Words fail me, but the faith and sympathy, maybe like you felt sympathy at the time of Rick's, where everybody's like, okay, she's face, and she does not. I'm sorry, she does not work in the face. Shit. She just doesn't. I've come around to her wrestling in the ring. It just not as a face. And apparently my dogs agree since they're gonna start. We're just gonna call their whining like a yes chant or something.
Well, I mean, Charlotte could have worked as a face. She could have, but they just turned her face like out of nowhere. Like as soon as she went to SmackDown, they started feuding with that welcoming committee, and well, guess I'm face now. And it's like that doesn't work. Like that is so lazy
Yeah,
because
where's the
because
story?
because Charlotte was the top heel, not only on Raw, like the top female heel, not only on Raw, but possibly in the entire company. And so, storyline wise, you have to have this character go through an arc. You have to get, you have to do a proper face turn.
Right.
You have to make amends, for everything that you've done, like Sasha Banks and Bailey and all that stuff.
Right.
Basically, they really should have done with her what they did with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. That's what they should have done with her. Go through this arc, work your way back, earn Becky Lynch's trust again. They didn't do that.
Gradual progression of the character.
Right.
Not like, hey, I know I was a bitch last week, but I'm a good guy this week. Like that. And it's so frustrating because they do that, and you bring up the welcoming committee, and the most notorious of that is Natty, and I'm good, I'm bad, I'm good, I'm bad, I'm good,
Yeah.
I'm bad.
Yeah, like Natalia's still a heel as far as I'm concerned. Like I don't care if she hangs out with Ronda Rousey. I don't care if she hangs out with Nia Jax. She is still a heel because she never, like, again, she just shows up on Raw. Yeah, I'm a face. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like it's basic storytelling. It's not that hard.
Like,
Cut and
give us
paste.
a say cut and paste. Give us explanation, some kind of reasoning, some kind of um, it's not just, it happens the in the last call ups, I say last call ups, but why is Bobby Roode a face?
Honestly, I know why. I know exactly why.
The
Because
theme,
the theme song and the chant is over.
I
It.
get
That is
like
it.
the introduction, like, oh, glorious, and everybody's gonna chant glorious. Then immediately, if not in that he debuted the next week, just shit all over the crowd. Like, dude, why the hell is Bobby Roode a face?
Yeah, like he's a lot better as a heel. Like he is. He's a lot better as a heel. Granted, he put on one of the worst NXT takeover main event matches with Nakamura at San Antonio. But even so, he's still good as a heel. Why they did it, I don't know. And now he's teaming with Breezango on main event, so that worked out for the best, I'm sure.
Yeah. But I get there's going to be an initial reaction to, for instance, just on Bobby Roode specifically. Like, let's go out and glorious. People are going to lose their shit. He made it to the main roster. He's going to get a pop. And everybody's going to sing glorious.
When you said pop, somebody shot off one of those Thunder Boomer type firecrackers. Just as you said pop.
Reflection perfection. But then go right back to his heel character. Like, it doesn't even have to be in that same segment. Like, hey, I'm here on SmackDown. follow up the next week like, yes, I'm here on SmackDown, but F you guys. Uh, some things just, I will never claim to be a better creative mind than, although sometimes I do think I could have, give me 5 minutes and I could rework this. But some things just don't, like you've said a couple times, like they don't make sense. Like why are we? And still, even after the call up, like we're still dealing with Babyface Rude.
Bobby Face?
Bobby
You
Face.
said Bobby Face Rude.
Yes, Bobby, not Hill Rude. Bobby Face Rude. Oh, Face Bobby Rude, and like Matt said, like he's on main event or whatever now. Like it doesn't, and this isn't just like they were such and such in NXT, and you need that to be the same on the main roster because it's worked a lot of times the opposite way. This doesn't work. Bobby Roode is a heel. He will always be a heel. He works perfectly fine as a heel. His moveset is a heel. What he does is a heel. I just don't get some things. It's like calling Finn Balor up from NXT and hey, we're gonna take this super over baby face. Well, that doesn't work because the entrance. That was a bad example. Um, hmm. The only ones I can think of have the entrances that are. Hmm. Well, what about Drew?
What about Drew?
What about him?
I'm just trying to rack my brain of somebody that could have used. Oh, somebody that could have used the theme they had in NXT with the same theme.
I'm sorry, Cassie.
No, she's not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cassie.
Well, originally Bobby Roode's theme was supposed to be for Nakamura. If I'm not,
There's some discrepancy there. Just not the glorious part. The theme itself was supposed to, but not the glorious. The lyrics weren't supposed to be included. From reports I've heard. My dogs. And that the Shadow, get off my chair.
it's the Twilight bark.
It's speaking of the neighbors that haven't fireworks or anything. Apparently, they just got home and they're popping fireworks. But the lyrics to "Will you please, buddy?" Gosh, dang. Glorious didn't have lyrics. It was just and that was supposed to be Knox song. There's some, and this AA and I were talking about that earlier. Things that are reported versus things that are actually known and confirmed. But it has been reported that Bobby Roode's theme, the theme without the lyrics, was supposed to be Knox. I thought, I don't. It's July 4th, fireworks, mother lovers. I thought that was the last we heard of it, that it was, the music was there, just not the glorious part of it. There's also reports that the AJ Styles theme was supposed to be for the Young Bucks or for the Briscoes. Or,
Yeah.
anywho, some people just don't fit as. It was like the circle the circle peg in a square hole.
The round peg in a
Yeah.
square hole. I've had 4 glasses of wine so far, folks.
I was trying to word it right.
It has begun.
Yeah, but some just don't work. Like, you can't, sure, get a pop out of this or that. Some just, like, some people just scream. You know, the actual actor playing the character and the character themselves. They just scream this alignment or that alignment.
Yeah, and that's a theory I have about Charlotte. Like, the theory I have about Charlotte is that people love the performer. Like, the performer is over, the character isn't. As a face.
Where's all the thumbs ups on that? Because I need to, because I'll give it 100. Because I completely agree. Like, it's just two completely different realms. And this, again, coming from somebody that I'm scared to say what I want to say. Because I don't need hate mail, you guys.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
Dude. It's not that Charlotte sucks in the ring. She's just not. Something about her in-ring presence just takes me out of the match. More so when she's trying to be a face doing heel things. Like, I don't. It just. I don't give a damn about face Charlotte. I like seeing face X against heel Charlotte. Kind of. But Charlotte, I'm sorry, and I'm going to get so much shit for this, and I don't care. My Twitter is at Fireman1609. Fine, said it. Charlotte's not that good. She gets way more praise than she deserves.
I like Charlotte. I think she's good. I would say she's maybe the weakest of the four horsewomen, but that's not necessarily a knock on her.
Right.
I think she is good. I think she is good. I think I do like her. I just think that she's so much better as a heel.
I like it, but a lot of her, like her quote unquote signature stuff, is from Rick.
Yeah.
And I know that's going to come across the wrong way, but into the turnbuckle, flip over, land on the apron. Rick was doing that, 30 plus years ago. The like it's so. I wish there was more of a distinguished or distinctive difference between the two. Like she's not bad per se. She's she sucks as a face. I'll say that much. Like she just, oh my gosh. But there's so much. I'm sorry, you can't watch as long as I've been wrestling. Watch a Charlotte match like, oh, that's a Ric Flair move, or that's something Rick would have done. And yes, I know that moves and everything are repeated and stolen and whatnot, but it's such a turnoff for Charlotte Flair to be doing the exact same thing that Ric Flair did many years ago, if that makes sense. God, I'm going to get so much hate mail.
I bet you won't.
Like the flipping upside down to the turnbuckles and flipping over the. Like Rick was doing that years and years ago. It just takes me out of it, if you will. Not saying she's not good at it, just she doesn't really have any Charlotte being Charlotte kind of interest, or I don't want to say quality, but I also won't say like rip off. But it's, you guys surely know what I'm trying to say. Oh Lord, my dogs. Like even the figure 8 lock. She bridges a figure 4. I still rank the 4 horsewomen: Sasha, Becky, Bayley, Charlotte.
I would switch Sasha and Becky around, but that's just me.
Well,
Well,
and,
we know you.
well, and this is what people might hear, and oh, you hate Charlotte. You hate you're. I'm not saying I hate Charlotte. Not saying that at all. She's still one of the most talented women wrestlers in all of the world. It's not just booking, it's character, and Charlotte is still, believe it or not, I don't want to say green, but Charlotte just started this 2012 is when she went from her fitness instructor thing to, okay, I'll try professional wrestling. I mean, I see a lot of room for improvement, and I'll leave it there.
Oh, you are going to get hate mail now.
Why? What did I say wrong?
Green.
No, I said she's not. I said I don't want to use the word green because she's not green. She's, damn it, AA.
I'm sorry. I guess I misunderlistened.
Misunderlistened.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start.
misunderlistened.
No, she's not green. That Shadow, will you please shut up? Because I'm trying to or not, whatever. It's your house. Just a side track, real quick. Shut up. When he starts running around like this, if Morris was here, he would say, you know, the big dog. He does the Roman Reigns thing. And if Shadow starts running up and down the hall, the big dog. I don't know what you're barking at. Charlotte's not green. If I may have misworded something, she is still. I guess I should just shut up before I do start getting. So, anywho, I didn't say Charlotte was green, did I?
Yeah, a little bit, I think.
I was trying to like she came in green.
Right. I think that's what you meant. I think that's what you meant.
Like she literally left her fitness teaching and whatnot and went all in on the wrestling stuff, and so she came in very green, like she wasn't. And now this is getting an awkward silence, and I think you guys might be sending me hate mail.
I would never do a thing like that. Never, never, never.
Bull crap. If it came across like I was saying Charlotte was green, I didn't mean it like that. I meant that she's still learning. She's not green. She's seasoned. But how much do you season the steak before you put it on the grill? Like
she hasn't reached full flavor yet.
Yes. I'm sorry if it came across that I was saying Charlotte is green because she's not green. I don't know how I lost my words.
I'm on my fourth glass of wine, so it's possible I could have misunderlistened.
That's not what I was trying to say. So now this has just turned into let's hear Mox apologize for about an hour.
Don't worry about it. It's a mistake everyone makes, especially me.
I wasn't trying to say she was green at all because she's not green, but just I will quit. Just so you guys want to. How's everybody doing?
Love the change of topic there.
Yeah, let's just start over.
Oh, with 4 glasses of wine in me right now, I'm feeling no pain.
Oh, shoot.
What?
Shoot's about to get loud. Told you. So, guys, I'll just mute my microphone for a minute.
It's so nice having one dog.
Yeah.
And what's neat is, now this is funny. I have a cat. She does not mind fireworks at all. I mean, she'll sleep through them. But a thunderstorm comes through and she has to run and hide in the basement. I had one dog, Zoe. This time of year, I would have her doped up. She'd be one doped dog. So what kind of cookies are you going to make?
I got these special kind. It's like Hershey's cookies and cream cookies.
Oh, sounds yummy.
Yeah, I can't wait to cook them.
I'm coming over. I can help you eat them.
Yeah.
They're not the pot cookies like MDS was getting when he was in Amsterdam.
Not as far as I know, unless there's something that Hershey isn't telling me.
It's terrible that Wyoming is actually a state that allows fireworks. Because I won't be able to go to sleep tonight. And not because of the fireworks. I just got to make sure that the pasture behind us and everything doesn't catch on fire like it did one year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm out there with the hose starting to water down our area with this fire until the fire truck came and put the grass fire out, because it's a grass fire, and with our winds, even a little one, it can go crazy. So I was out there with the hose trying to soak everything down so there's nothing to burn. I look kind of dumb.
Yeah. Yep.
Got someone from Rocky Mountain Pro, and they're actually going to be looking up and listening to some of VWP. So maybe they'll get over and listen to some of the Ruthless Aggression era.
Maybe.
That would be cool if they did get over
Yeah.
there to the REA
Yeah, totally.
or R Ruthless Aggression RAE. Okay, I'm too drunk to try to get that straight.
Yeah, Ruthless Aggression Era Podcast, RAE Podcast for short.
Yeah, that thing. No,
Or
I'm not
Ray,
gonna...
like in Summer Ray.
I miss Summer Ray. What they should have done is taken Roman, once he split from the Shield, put him in a suit, do the thoroughbred, the blue chipper thing, and have Summer Ray as his valet. That would have been awesome. Because he was so good when he was an arrogant blue chipper.
Yeah.
And then Summer Ray, you just put her with anybody and she's gold.
I always thought she was okay.
Oh, I've always liked Summer Ray. Yep, cat's still snoozing away.
I'm sure my cat's snoozing as well.
So is Cassie. I think she got her barking out. So have you ever fixed these kind of cookies before?
I've never fixed these kind of cookies before. I've never had them before. I usually have the Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies, but this is the first time I've ever had Hershey's cookies and cream cookies.
That does sound yummy. Sounds like it'd be a rich cookie.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it'll be.
Well, you're going to have to tell us how they turn out and how good they are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Don't you just love the fireworks?
Yes and no at the same time.
I like watching them. I just don't like them when my neighbors shoot them off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Wyoming should have put a fire ban out this year. But we have enough moisture that they figured no fire ban. In Colorado, they put a fire ban and made it illegal up starting at $1,000 fine if you're caught shooting off fireworks. You can't even buy fireworks in Colorado. They have to come across the state line.
Yeah, there's a fireworks place in town here. It's right by Walmart.
Ours is out by Terry Bison Ranch, and we have two of them next door to each other. Black Cat Fireworks and Phantom Fireworks.
If it makes anybody feel any better, oh, seriously, if it makes anybody feel any better, wife and Morris came home, and when I knew the dogs would go crazy, so I had to let them out. And then with the mic muted, I said, I'm going to get so much shit. But, well, why, Daddy? Why? Because I said some negative things about Charlotte. And both of them, Charlotte doesn't suck, so that's.
You're going to hear it from Morris.
Yeah, he. Come on. Dude, really? Come on. Anyway, so yeah, before your hate mail begins, I've already heard it from them. So thankfully they're doing quiet stuff at least for now. If not, I'll have to go somewhere. As they're doing bottle rockets and stuff. Son of a biscuit eater. Anyway, what were you guys talking about?
Cookies.
Cookie Monster. Cookies.
See what you miss when you go to take care of the dogs?
Yeah, Morris had to tell me what the fireworks show was about and stuff.
Well, that's good. Did Morris enjoy himself?
Yeah, he got mad because he accidentally left his walker here. But yeah, it's fine. Dang, the fireworks were so big. He doesn't like loud noises, though. Okay, can we just have the lights without the booms?
I agree with that. They should. The lights without the boom would be nice. I agree with Morris.
Morris is so wrong. Until, you know, he's wrong.
He shoots you with a Roman candle in the face.
Hey, see, both seriously. And I'm not even going to try to rehash the Charlotte being green thing. Like I didn't mean it that way.
That's going to become an inside joke.
Well, this is live, pal. We're live, pal.
We're live, pal.
But I didn't mean it. If I said that, that's not what I meant. Like and I'm just because if not, because I already will. I will fret over if I actually said that. Like I will fret and fret and fret. Like that's not what I meant to say. Oh, and God dang it! Son of a biscuit eater. I will go sit my ass in my. Seriously.
Is that the neighbors?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Lion Wrestling Podcast, live episode on 4th of July. You never know
Hey,
what you're going to hear.
it'd be funner if they were actually shooting at each other in a ring. Like, boom!
Don't give CZW ideas.
Hey, oh God, they're gonna do some more. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom just to be inside and away from Morris being home, so I can hear.
Sounds like fun. Regulated to
Rock
the
it.
bathroom again.
Yep. I thought the whole purpose of me getting this device was so I wouldn't have to do this crap again. And I come in and
Morris.
Morris says, "Happy Independence Day." By the way, when I came outside after I'm muting, I tell him I said Happy 4th of July.
Well, tell them we say Happy 4th of July back.
They said they don't care about you.
We did not. Tell them the truth.
He started waving, then he put his hand down and gave a frowny face.
Tell them you
They
were
said
just
they be
being
4th of
mean.
July. That's just Daddy being a jackass. You know how Daddy is. Come on. Come on. No, we're not wrestling. How dare you? Okay. Oh, the bathroom's always so hot and stuffy.
TMI.
And
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I don't mean it that way.
I know, but I just had to say that.
Hot and stuffy, trying to catch me riding hot and stuffy. That was a long time ago. It's what we do.
Well, we're coming
Okay,
up
let's see.
on just over 2 hours of talking about random stuff.
Fireworks. Not random stuff, fireworks.
Oh, fireworks are so much fun.
Boo.
Except when the neighbors are shooting them off.
Or, when your son's shooting you in the face with them. So, some signings. Tony Storm, Al Sharif. Who's gonna be the next breakout star?
Out of those two?
Out of the recent signings. Where my
Probably Shirai.
I so desperately want Casey. It's not a recent signing, but she's so small. Like, it's going to take a great deal of presentation to make her. But I want Casey Catanzaro to do something. But yeah, that's what I don't get about all the. I do get it, but at the same time, I don't. Like, I'm at least going to give them a chance for Shirai to. They're headed in a direction, and I don't think we know what direction yet. I don't think it's tag team women's titles and that kind of stuff. They packed the men's roster, the women's roster only had a little bit of room left, and now you have the last few signings. Close your eyes and wish for the best kind of scenario.
I think I agree for Breakout Star. I think I agree with Metal Matt on that one.
Well, that's low hanging fruit because she is awesome.
That is, if they let her use her full bag of tricks.
Yeah, see, and that's because she has everything. What would they allow her to use might be a different story. It's going to be interesting to watch how it unfolds.
Yeah, because they tend, bringing in other wrestlers, they tend to let them limit what they can use. Because it's like with Ambrose, every now and then you can see him sneak in Moxicity or a hook and ladder. That he used a lot is Moxley.
Right. And then the what little bit he can sneak in versus how much they overplay the things that they like, if you will.
They seem to be letting him use the hook and ladder a lot more, though.
And I know it devalues what we've seen. And John Moxley versus Dean Ambrose is probably my most aggravated of what I've seen him do versus what he's doing scenario. I've seen this and this, and now it's just like for lack of a better term, like a cookie cutter. Like, no, dude can do this. Dude can do that. He can do this. I know they neuter their talent. That's, in my opinion, overused to some degree. But it's kind of hard to rebut that when Finn Balor is constantly using the sling blade.
Well, Seth has started using the sling blade a lot, too.
Yeah, and yes.
Shay just pushed me to the fan.
Shadow just pushed you into the fan?
He just pushed me back and I fell on the fan.
He pushed you back and you fell on the fan. By the way, you're live, pal.
Hey, Morris.
Uh-oh. If we're talking to you.
Hey, Morris.
Uh-oh. Miss AA and Mr. Matt just said, hey. Okay, he's walking backwards outside. He for real just did a penguin walk outside of the door, closing the door like, oh. No, you're not bothering us. And then shut the door and said, sorry to bother you. Oh.
He's so adorable.
I don't know what he was saying that Shadow pushed him into the fan. We don't have a fan. We have a fan, but it's not going. Anyway, we're live, pal. once I told him that he legit like didn't even turn around. He just backed like and on his way out, shut the bathroom door. Anyway, this is getting weird.
That's what we get for having too much to drink.
Surely you're on your fifth by now, right?
Nope, I quit at 4.
And Meadow Matt is straight edge.
Yeah.
Nothing
I
wrong
quit
with
at
that.
4. I have to be up early in the morning because whether I like it or not, I have to mow the lawn tomorrow.
Delightful.
Mower of lawns.
You better make sure you do it first thing in the morning or really late in the evening.
Well, I'm going to wait till the sun's just starting to come over the horizon, and then I'll go out and mow the lawn. If the lawnmower will start.
Oh Lord, have you not tried?
If it doesn't start, I'll put the trickle battery on it.
Well, I think I'm out of things to talk about.
I think we covered anything and everything under the sound of fireworks.
4th of July. 4th of July. America. America.
USA. USA. You got to really be careful with saying America because are you talking about North America, South America, Central America? So USA is better. USA. USA.
There's a joke in there that I will not use. It's an old joke that because that will, you think Charlotte Flair and whatever accent we said will get some hate mail. If I said the joke I wanted to say, I would, they might revoke my internet completely.
Yeah, I doubt that. After some of
I'll
the stuff
say,
after some of the stuff I've seen on my Twitter timeline, I doubt it.
I'll say it. I'll just USA, 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 not USA.
Yeah.
It's an old joke, but it's not really. It's obviously not like my beliefs or anything. Just an old joke that
It's
I'm
like
old.
all those Jeffrey Dahmer jokes.
Well, that's a whole different podcast.
Well, we've done about 2.5 to 3 hours.
It's 4th of July.
Yeah, I know.
Four glasses of wine. Still not mentioning how many beer I've had. Matt came on. Fireworks and dogs and everything else distracting. Good. Oh, I wish we had celebrate tonight. I will no longer ever try to sing. I will take a vow to never talk again.
How about a nah, you sing better than I do. I won't
All
even do
right.
karaoke.
Oh, how you and Wayne are friends beyond me.
I mean, I'll dance on a bar, I'll dance on a table, but I won't sing karaoke.
Whoa. And that's the things I learned today. All right, I'm done with my bad jokes and puns and stuff.
Well, we can do our little promos because we got to make sure everyone knows when the Ruthless Aggression Era podcast is going to be on.
Well, the Ruthless Aggression Era podcast is on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central.
6 Mountain.
And this week, the topics will be WWE Crush Hour, the video game that came out in 2003. Basically, WWE version of Twisted Metal. And as well, we'll also be talking about WrestleMania 19. So that'll be really cool. And Ambrose Alley, Prince Moxley Lopez, and One Winged Angel will be my guests. So it's going to be a very fun podcast to do.
And I'll be sober, folks.
I won't. Spoiler.
Because I don't want to embarrass Metal Matt. We also can't forget Shooting Debris. Saturday mornings.
Yep, and they recently celebrated their 1-year anniversary.
Yes, they did last week. Last Saturday, their 1-year anniversary. Hopefully we'll get there soon. Then there's also Two Guys, One Sport. Who am I forgetting?
Connoisseurs of Wrestling.
Oh, yes, we cannot forget Connoisseurs of Wrestling. Yes, that's very informative and very entertaining to learn about some of the history. Yes, we're in thinking mode right now. That's what we've decided to call Dead Air, thinking mode. Boy, those fireworks are close over there by Mox.
And I'm inside. That's why I was being quiet because I was. Yeah, we're under siege. We're under siege.
So for Metal Max, for Mox, IMAA, we wish everyone a happy 4th of July. Hope you all don't go deaf from the sound of the fireworks. If you have pets, hopefully they're not going crazy on you.
As always, love you guys.
Charlotte ain't green.
Damn it. Damn it.
It's going to be an inside joke now.
Son of a biscuit eater. I will never live this down, and even if I can, for the rest of my life, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. It's gonna be. You said Charlotte was green. Like, son of a.
Oh,
Charlotte's not green. Not
Yes.
even at Burger King.
Hey.
Oh, I just remembered. We can't forget Fizzy's Wacky World.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he recently had a brand new episode.
That's right. We can't forget Fizzy. Or we can't forget Roundhouse Wrestling either. I think I got them all now. If I missed anyone, I apologize. I'm not thinking too clearly. I'll make up for it next time.
4 wines. And you can follow us at Violent Wrestling Podcast on Twitter. Our YouTube is Violent Wrestling Podcast. We're expanding, and I don't have all the handles off the top of my head. But just Google Violent Wrestling Podcast, and you'll find us somewhere somehow.
We're starting, we're going to be picking up a Twitch channel under Violent Wrestling Podcast. I'm in the process of trying to figure that out. So if anyone can help me with that, please email us at violentwrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. And Metal Matt, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at MetalMatt15. I also hang out on Cage Side Seats a lot, in the NXT threads as well as the SmackDown threads, also in the Daily and the Nightly threads, so you can catch me there as well.
And what about the Mox?
He's ashamed after what he said about Charlotte Van Green, so he's not going to give any ads.
Yes, he is.
On Cage Seats, I'm Prince Moxley Lopez on Twitter at Fireman6809. We will be starting a Facebook page in the next day or two for VWP, and that's about it. I have an email and just a personal thing. I have some issues, and if anybody ever needs somebody to talk to, my email is DEE.Carter614@gmail.com. Reach out to me anytime for whatever reason. I'll always reply. You always have an ear, and that's a promise.
And you guys can find me on Twitter at Lady Roshana. That's LadyRoschana, or look me up under Ambrose Alley. You can find me at Cage Side Seats as Ambrose Alley. Thank you, Piper. Rest in peace. And as said, you can get a hold of me at violentwrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. So everyone have a happy 4th of July, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.